What do you get when you put two Minnesotans and a guy from Wisconsin together? Twist. The Weekend Sports Talk. Get ready for some sports chatter, where there's sure to be laughing, arguing, and maybe even crying. Now, here are your hosts, Mike Reeves, Matt Benz, and Greg Green Bay Bauman.
From that intro video, Greggy hasn't aged a day and Mike's about to catch up. That's what I'm seeing right now.
I haven't aged a day.
Haven't aged a day since that. You look actually younger.
I've aged a week in the past 3 hours.
No, it's impressive. I don't know. I think you were hung up wet back in that. I mean, you're just getting your sea
Maddie
legs.
hasn't had a beard since that intro video was made.
We'll see what happens. God's plan right now. I've been lazier than lazy.
You look thinner.
Oh, I appreciate it. I feel the same.
Yeah.
Right now, I feel the same. Inflamed. I feel like the United States economy inflated. All right. That's what I feel like.
Mike just needs some more shoe polish.
Mike looks great, dude. He's a hard-working fucking blue-collar boy over here, dude.
I'm saying it's going to catch up to him. He's going to look like me in about a month.
We're sponsored by two great fucking people.
Absolute Sports Cards.
Savage, Minnesota.
Where we are live from now.
Come on, man.
Here's the thing. If you're a sports card guy, go to their website, their eBay page. Yeah. Right now, we got Big Mike upstairs.
Oh, he's slanging.
Hammering out the orders.
He's slanging. And if you're dumb enough to come in here and steal something,
we'll come for you.
You can call our other sponsor.
We might not pay to be here.
Daily Defense.
We are the security.
Criminal Law.
Oh, Daily Defense.
Yes.
It's a new year. I think you might have to re-up. Otherwise, that sponsorship might be toast.
All
right?
That's a phone call.
We need a camera here, John.
Yeah.
We need some 4K.
If you saw in the notes of this episode, welcome to the Stone Age.
Yeah, Mikey.
Episode 95. Maddie's not going to like it. Greggy's going to love it. Rudy.
What do you mean? Why wouldn't I like that? I'm a Notre Dame fan.
I'm
not a Rudy movie fan.
The problem with that is, yeah, I love the idea, but Rudy was 45, not 95.
It doesn't matter. It's about Notre Dame, Greg.
See,
okay.
Here we go. So
okay.
You threw one up. You softballed one. You tried to throw me under the bus.
No, it's because every episode we did at the beginning when we were naming them after people.
The beginning. You're right. And 95, I don't even, Erasmus James. I don't even know a 95.
95.
Okay, by the way, that's a good pull. Erasmus James. Bring out a former Badger / Viking.
Yeah.
That's a good pull.
Grew up with.
Yeah. Rudy, no, the movie.
Yep. Rudy.
Yep.
Best scene in the movie. Gets up on the stool. We're going to go inside and outside. Inside and outside. We're going to keep them on the run, boys. Once we get them on the run, we're going to keep them on the run. And we're going to go. And we're not going to stop until we cross that goal line.
Okay. But
this is a team they say is good. But I think we're better than that. They can't lick us. So what do you say, man?
Jesus.
Don't you interrupt me during my fucking speech.
Yeah, but you weren't specific. He does it twice.
Yeah.
Do you like it better as the kid or as the college kid?
I like it when he's in the
in the locker room.
In the locker room.
With Fortune.
He's stirring the fucking pot.
Yeah.
Okay.
The guy goes, we got to get back to work. And he's like, pulls up the stool, gets on it, and then it's got the music that God, I might have to go watch it today.
You should.
I wonder if the coach pulled it out and just did it before the game.
No.
So
how inspiring.
In Milwaukee, before Bucks games, they used to play that little clip of Dan Devine. No one comes into our house and pushes us around. So I'm sure that movie is so quotable that I'm sure they play a clip at Notre Dame games.
Oh, thought I almost had the call too. Speaking of college football, I thought I almost had I thought the eyes of Texas.
No.
I thought the eyes of Texas were on them.
So here's the thing. So Maddie and I, at the end of August, drove down to DJ's, Diamond Joe's.
Yeah.
And I put down $100.
Across the border.
10 $10 bets. 5 of them were huge parlays, weren't going to hit.
These are long shots.
Long shots for the first week of the season. The other 5 were long play, season long.
Futures.
Yep. 2 of them are gone. Josh Jacobs winning the rushing title, gone. There was another one that's gone.
Jordan Love MVP gone.
I mean, when you do everything on the pack.
Right. But I have 2 that are still alive.
Let's hear it.
One of them is Ohio State winning the national championship and the Packers winning the Super Bowl. Number 2 is Notre Dame winning the national championship and the Buffalo Bills winning the Super Bowl.
That's your better one.
That's close, but we'll talk more about that.
Well, okay, first of all,
I like it, Greg.
I'm not driving down to DJ's to double my money.
Hey. If anything, next year.
Do they offer can you cash out now?
Usually you can, but you have to do it through the app. And that's what we're going to do next year is when we go down there, we're not going to bet on the machines. We're going to bet on our phone because then you would have right now a cash out option for those tickets that are still alive.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So a lot of people that have, let's say, the Washington Commanders winning the Super Bowl, they're hoping for just a win in the first round so that they can cash out next round. Because right now it's just under even money to cash out.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So we're learning.
Yeah.
But you're still alive.
I mean, I could win $3,420 on a $10 bet.
I love it.
Yeah.
So you guys literally drove by me.
Yep. Where were you that day?
You were gone. It was August 31st. I looked at the ticket.
Yeah. You were doing something.
You weren't home because I remember
maybe JB had a thing or something. August 31st, the last weekend of the year, Labor Day weekend.
It was Labor Day weekend.
Yep. So you were up at the cabin.
I was probably impregnating Chantel.
Well,
God bless her.
I think it was immaculate conception. I don't think Mike even slid in her.
No,
I don't even think so.
Oh yeah.
God bless you, dude.
No, it was definitely wasn't.
So how's that coming? You're in a new spot. We're jumping all around, but that's okay. You're in a new spot.
Yep.
New home.
Got himself a home.
Got a home.
Yep.
More space than you thought.
Oh, it is.
Comfy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's great. It's a
sleeping
home.
next to the old lady.
Yep. Yeah, the dog in there ripping ass.
Little
all
Billy.
night. Yeah,
Blaming Billy for the gas.
Yep.
I get it. I get it. Yep. Same
no,
thing.
I've never done that.
Those
And
clear rooms.
I don't care if I'm with somebody for 50 years.
You don't fart.
I'll turn the fan on when I shit. No, I don't. And I expect the same.
Really? You're an anti-gas guy?
Yes.
I go out of my way to fart in front of Becky.
Nope.
That's it. I've never met somebody like you, but I knew they were out there
Because
I've seen it before.
We're here. I don't want. No, it's not funny.
Wow.
It's not cute.
What if my farts don't stink?
It doesn't matter. It's just.
It's funny. It's so funny, dude. When Taylor fucking picks up a leg and rips, we sit there and giggle.
See that?
We just go.
That's the funny thing. I could be married to Becky for 50 years. She will never fart within the same zip code as me.
Yep.
I go out of my way to fart in front of her.
Sure.
I will walk into a room that she's in.
See, Taylor is a shy shitter though.
Yeah.
So she can only shit at home.
Well, we've talked about that before.
She doesn't shit in public places.
If I have to shit at Walmart, and let's say Greg walks in and sits next to me, I will wait him out.
Oh, you'll wait it out.
Wait him out.
I used to do that when I was grinding up meth.
And one of the reasons I do that is usually my shoes, you can pick them out. I'm wearing my bright red shoes,
buddy,
and then they're like,
see, that's what it is. So your head's in the wrong space. See, I'm just trying to handle business.
Yeah.
You'll just go in there and let go.
I'm in and out, baby.
Oh,
what do I care about some bum fuck that I'm never gonna know?
I like my
battle
space.
shits, dude.
No,
rip it.
Get her done.
Now, at somebody's, back in the day when I was at a female's house or something, like I would turn the sink on or if they didn't have a fan, I get it. The shower.
Turn your phone
I
on.
get it. I understand that.
Yeah.
But the fart, that's all right. We'll see what comes, man. Many more years to come.
Well, it doesn't matter. That's never 20 years ago. I was the same way.
Is she that way?
No,
I spoke about this with her.
Yeah, her mom laughed about it because I think she's probably a little bit more loose, but she knows how I am, so I think she restricts herself a little bit.
Oh, at the Super Bowl party, I'm having beans the night.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna fucking let her go, dude.
Yeah,
let her rip.
Just jalapenos.
Life's too short. We gotta just get it out, get the poison out.
It doesn't matter. I'm not wired like that.
That's all right.
But yeah, home's
interesting. New thing about Mikey.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me though.
It does me.
Okay, it doesn't surprise me because he is a very proper person when it comes to appearance.
Yes.
So he's not going to want to give off
polished.
Polished. Good call.
You're a polished boy.
Yeah.
Although when you speak,
you would
think you're a fucking sailor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So good for you. All right. Home's good. Kids are good.
Yep.
Kinley's back in Chirac.
We picked a date.
Picked a date 666.
No,
baby.
626. To be the devil, it needs to be 3 6s in a row.
There's going to be a lot of stuff going on, like blood punch and fucking Halloween costumes, dude.
No. But I did get a go on the black, the all black.
Oh, it's going to be so clean.
Yep. Now I've started to look, and it's I don't know how I'm going to do it.
What?
The cost is outrageous.
We're going to make money on it. You just got to let us help you guys with your ideas because we already been talking.
Well, okay, see, here's the thing. as two people who just got married, don't look at it as one lump sum.
No, this is a
you got to break down. Like, for example, how much does it cost to actually have the ceremony because you guys are doing it at a church?
Well, I don't know where I'm bouncing all around. Like, I looked at this place, JR's Barn.
Yep.
It's about an hour and a half from here.
5K.
It's $7,600.
Yep. Everything included.
Everything.
Yep.
You don't do a thing.
See? And that's what I'm talking about.
Literally no decorations. But that's not food, but you can open cater.
That's fine. Oh, but you have to go through certain caterers? That's another question.
No, it's an open cater.
So you can bring your own food.
Correct.
Well, then.
That's golden.
Your golden idea.
Yeah, because then
I read through everything, and it's like, I mean, you have a coordinator that's with you from the start to the end. It's like 8 a.m. to midnight. So you got it for the full day. Everybody's got their areas. Yep. You got 3 different places on the barn where you can get hitched.
Do they provide a security?
They provide
or whatever, or
everything.
Good.
Everything. The chairs, the decorations. Yep. So you're completely hands off on it. They take care of everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's spendy.
And but then you got a bread man to provide buns for pulled pork or whatever you guys decide to do. You know, like we're gonna cut costs.
Yep.
And the reason why I say break it down into things, because you're gonna have people in your life, grandmas, aunts, uncles, parents, whatever, that are gonna want to put their financial contribution to something.
Yeah, but parents
don't want to say, I'll give you $2,500. I'll give you this. They want to be like, well, I'll pay for the DJ or whatever it is.
Right.
Because then because psychologically people want to sit there and think they have this because of me.
No DJ though, right?
Whatever you do.
You're not going to do DJ though, right? Bluetooth.
That's what we'll
make the playlist.
No one knew what we
cut it, dude. Cut that cost.
We cut $1,500.
No, I would probably do a phone, but there's my old roommate.
Okay.
Years ago, he'll go to little places and he can literally, I don't know what it's called, but so he'll strum on the guitar and he's got his foot on this machine, right? Then he stops.
Yeah, and it keeps going. Yeah, it's a mix machine.
And then he goes like that.
Ed Sheeran.
And he gets it all going.
He can come on down.
And then he finally, so I booked him for when I was on the board for the Prior Lake Chamber. I booked him for one of their events. And I think he'd be cool if I could get him for like a couple hours or an hour or something.
To start the dancing, get it going.
Get out there and,
then you hit the playlist.
Then he does some funky shit.
You do the dollar dances. You reel in about $350 there.
She sent me a video last night of a choreographed groom dancing for the bride and said,
stop.
I expect nothing less from you.
Buddy, this ain't The Office. We're not fucking.
Oh, I don't know. I might.
Oh, you.
Me.
Oh, I thought you meant the groomsmen like coming in like fucking wicked.
No.
Like we're
the groom. That was,
of course.
Mike could pull
whatever you need, but
yeah.
You know?
Maybe not. We'll see.
I'm just saying.
I don't have enough time in the
day. What I did at my cousin Brian's wedding, he got married in Oklahoma to a Laotian girl. And
what ocean?
Her uncle or cousin or someone was in a Laotian band. So he asked me to be the DJ. So I would do like an hour of I would play we burned a disc. It was like
burned a disc, dude, mixtape.
Yes. This was 20 years ago.
I know.
At this time, I'm just trying to envision what you looked like. Was this the
tips? Did you have the frosted tips?
No, I was living up here, so I was responsible.
Okay.
Yeah. I was professional.
No leather.
No leather.
You were a drunk still.
I was still a drunk. Okay. Oh God, yeah.
You said I was.
I could tell you some stories off the air about what that night was like.
Yeah, a young Mike Reeves. That's what I'm thinking. Dude.
But and then they would go in and then they would do an hour, and then we would do. Then after that, we would do the dollar dance, and I was kind of like the MC.
Yeah.
But it was like, okay, now we're gonna play dance music or this, and so it was like you don't have a DJ, you just have someone who's kind of just making sure that area is taken care of.
Yeah, you're going to be just fine. That's good. We got plenty of time.
The trouble is I'll want to sit there and play everything.
That's fine. You can have your phone right there.
You're going to spend the entire night thanking people for showing up.
The best part about a wedding for me was that you invite as many fucking people as possible because half of them aren't going to show up and they're going to send you money. And at the end of the night, when everything is a whirlwind and it's all done and you leave with this box, you get into your hotel, you dump it out on the bed, you tell her to take her fucking dress off, and you start opening envelopes, and you just consummate your marriage. It's great. I love it.
On the checks?
All cash, baby.
On the cash?
Just fucking, here you go, babe.
Dirty birds.
We good.
Wow.
Proud of you, dude. Proud of you. It's leveling up, but it's like shedding your skin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a snake shedding his skin.
Yeah.
God,
it feels good.
Oh, yeah, it should.
Yeah.
You ain't got time to feel anything else. You're busy as fuck.
Yeah.
That's good. So today then, you're going home.
Yep.
And then you're chilling?
Nope.
Oh, you're running and gunning.
What do you got going?
I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to the depot. Mom and her roommate Phyllis.
Phyllis!
Yeah.
Shout out Phyllis, baby.
And G-Ma and G-Pa.
Oh,
we're all getting the lunch, and then they're all coming over.
Check out the crib.
Check out the place.
Are they going to have the award-winning crab cakes?
Yes.
Okay.
They're on the menu.
Dude. I saw the menu yesterday.
So it's grandma, grandpa, mom,
and Phyllis.
Phyllis, Shani.
Phyllis.
Yep, and me.
All right.
No kids.
Oh, good.
Having lunch, heading over after. Then her mom and stepdad are coming over later.
Oh,
they're gonna hang some shelves.
Hanging shelves.
Will everyone be gone by 3:30?
No,
No.
but that's okay.
Well, what the first wave?
Okay,
then the
first
second,
wave.
Then the second wave comes in.
Sure.
Oh yeah, good. So the in-laws will be there during the game, which is good because you want to establish a relationship with the in-laws that football does hold a high priority.
Oh, they know.
Okay, good. That's all that matters.
Yeah,
you can't do that to grandma and grandpa because they're grandma and grandpa.
Yes.
This is stepdad and mom?
Stepdad and mom.
Oh, he's
great people.
We love him.
Yeah,
great people. We love him.
They are
good
great.
Boy.
Yeah.
Good boy.
I got him a pen the other day.
Good.
He came and picked
Benjamin, we call him.
Benjamin.
A Benjamin. One hit on the old Benjamin.
Got it.
Yep. So I'm excited for Grandpa to see. They weren't very pleased, Grandma and Grandpa, about the purchase of Billy. They thought that wasn't very
well. They are responsible, and it's different.
Ma had to get in and be like, "Look, like just
let this one go."
Yeah, relax.
Listen.
Like so, when we brought him to Christmas, you could just tell Grandpa tried to just, not like him.
You get Grandpa on the recliner. Let Billy jump up on him.
I get it, man. I get it, and that's why you guys get it. It wasn't the right time in life, but when is it going to be?
It was though. That's the thing.
I know, but that's only to the parents of the pooch,
right?
You know what I mean? Like I have more sentimental value to my dog than I look at other people with their dog dressed in sweaters, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, we got clothes for days for Bill.
I know, it's great.
We'll continue to his whole life.
His little nugget.
If you're not going to do that,
Greggy's out there. Speaking of fucking life moving quick, Greggy's out there like Bobby Knight. He's out there on the court molding young men. What age are these kids? 7, 8, 9? How old are these kids? 7, 8, 9?
7, 8, 9. They're eighth graders. They're 13, 14.
I don't know age. And when people say, "Oh, my kid's in 2nd or 7th," are they 7, 8, 9?
But the funny thing was, you've known Connor since he was 6.
Yeah,
and you just asked.
I tell everybody he's about 12. Okay, they say, "How old are Greg's kids?" I think like 12 and 16.
And he tells people the twins are about 5.
Yeah.
I
literally remember
not old enough to drive.
I remember Mike changing the twins' diaper in my apartment. That's how long I've known them. And Connor's going to be 14 in a month.
Yeah, I get it, dude. What do you want me to do?
Understand the age of people.
Well,
anyway,
I get it.
Yeah. So out of the box. All right, calm down. All right.
I did come to a realization last night. We had practice last night. We have 2 big games today, both against the other 2 Blaine teams.
Yeah,
crosstown rivals.
Church in-house league. This is real deal.
This isn't church. It's school association in-house. So it
should be in the church. That's what we should.
It's the lowest level. It's if you sign up and pay the $250, you're in
D3.
Okay.
Yeah.
D3. Okay,
yeah, got it.
So the realization I came to yesterday, we had 9 kids show up to practice. 1 kid was missing. I knew it was going to happen.
Oh,
Excused.
Okay,
that's big.
Mom and Dad already talked to me about it because I did have to have a little lecture with the boys.
We don't need an Antonio Brown.
Takes
you're
his
not
shirt off at practice and leaves.
Yeah,
if your parents don't let me know you're going to be late, you're not playing in the
Ride the pine.
Yeah. Because there's a big rule with getting kids equal playing time. I'm not going to give.
Oh, there is.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
That is a rule.
At 7, 8, 9, you gotta.
But see, here's the thing: we don't play 4 quarters. We play
2 halves,
8 5-minute periods in order to be able to sub kids in because you can't sub them in between to keep it legit. Okay. So I have an even group and an odd group, even numbers, odd numbers.
And they're both trying to be balanced, or do you got the
they're
heavy
completely
hitters
balanced?
Okay,
they're completely.
So you
balanced.
got a stud on both squads.
I got a twin on each side. I got my twins are 1 on each team, but that's usually because I can't tell them apart, and if I keep them on different sides,
that's brilliant.
But anyway, I came to a realization last night when we had 9 guys show up, and I decided to be the 10th. which is why I'm wearing my basketball shoes
should be, dude.
today. I retired.
Yeah.
These shoes are no longer going to be worn on the court. I am so old.
Great.
Second
We've
time
been
down the
telling
court.
you that for
Second time down the court, I'm hearing because the kid who wanted to guard me, he wanted to prove himself to me. Sure. He knows that he was in my doghouse last week.
Sure.
Because he showed up late and it wasn't playing. He was playing tough on me.
Tight.
Good for him.
So I was playing tough on him, and I told all the kids, that's the effort I want. Long story short, after about 3-4 times on the court, when I could hear the of my knees every time I took a step, I'm like, yeah, I'm done. I'm retiring.
Yeah. You know those things that sit on desks and you take the one and it goes click, click.
Oh,
yeah.
That's Greggy's fucking joints going down that fucking court.
So these shoes.
I'm surprised he's not in on crutches.
These shoes are now my everyday shoes.
Yeah.
Good. He's
those are much better.
Good, Greggy. You look great.
I had to do a double take.
I know.
I'm like, those aren't the Nike Monarchs.
Nikes,
Jesus.
All right, they're keeping you young. Those 7, 8, 9 graders, whatever they are. Yeah. That's good. I like that.
Yeah.
But you named a captain.
I named 2 captains. I got a captain for the even squad and the captain for the odd squad. The even squad captain.
Yep.
I told the kids, I said, I'm picking 2 captains and I'm not picking Connor. Because he's already going to do what I say.
Caveman.
Yeah, the caveman. So I got Isaac on one group, little workhorse, little workhorse. And then, but with about 20 minutes to go in practice yesterday, one of the twins slammed the ball down and goes, you guys are pathetic. You got to start working on defense, and just start screaming out.
Jimmy Butler.
I blew the whistle and I go, you're the other captain.
Boom. That's how you get a C, dude. Right there.
Anyone that gives that kind of effort in-house gets the old C.
I like that.
Yeah.
Good for you.
I wish I had the time for like a Saturday morning pickup game.
We can always make time. You got to just put it on the calendar.
I'm a very calendar orientated man.
Me too. If you don't make the calendar, it ain't happening.
Drive up to Blaine. You can be the 10th man next time a kid doesn't show up.
Thing, if that's when you're starting.
What was Eli Manning when he went to Purdue? What was his name? You remember that?
Yeah.
Chad.
Powers.
Chad Powers.
Yes.
So they're making a Hulu
Undercover
called Chad Powers.
That's hilarious.
It's so the Mannings it's just like a comedy show, basically. Chad
Sure.
Powers. Did you see the new Twister?
No, God no.
Did you see the previews?
Twisters.
Are you talking about the main character?
Yes.
Yeah, Glenn. What's his name?
He's Chad Powers.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I saw a commercial for it yesterday.
This guy's like in everything now. He's like the new Tom Cruise.
He's not canceled yet.
Yeah,
that's all right.
Well, he's very good looking.
Glenn Powell is his name.
Yeah.
Like that.
I thought it was a woman. Glenn's not much of a
little femme.
It's a little femme.
He's a femme.
Glenn Close.
The dude's a stud.
Oh, his jawline.
Yeah.
Oh,
stunning.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
And you should see Twisters. It was very good.
I've heard the opposite.
Well, I'm telling you right now.
It's tough for me to take anything you say because especially when it comes to entertainment, because we just have completely different tastes.
Well,
and that's okay.
That is okay.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because otherwise there'd only be one thing getting released all the time.
That's very true.
But neither of us are going to the box office to see Wicked, I hope.
Absolutely not.
Musicals. Do you see Ariana Grande?
She
withering away.
Looks like a crack addict.
And then everybody wants to say, "Oh, you be
welcome
nice."
in."
There he is. Welcome in. Here we are. And everybody wants to.
We'll sign right here for it.
It's fucking Dom and his kid.
Oh,
you fucking.
I can't see through the fucking pixels. I can barely see anything.
The shitty part about this camera action is that Mike looks the clearest.
Well,
that's the bullshit.
Of course, because he's got the camera pointed right at him.
I know. You might as well just pull it right up to you, and we can just talk. Because it's fine.
We can do it.
I'm fine with that. I was telling Greg this morning, our audio is so good that you could listen to our pod on Spotify, which we are on.
Yep.
Go ahead and tune in. You don't need to see this shit.
No,
you can hear it.
You
know us.
Yeah.
You know. Speaking of, we're slowly making a push to get more people subscribed to our YouTube page because we're going to be coming out with clips of the episodes to try to get more of a following.
Yeah.
Because
the reels will be on Facebook, but especially on YouTube.
Facebook, Instagram, we'll fucking throw them up all over, but like and subscribe.
Twist Sports Talk.
Yeah.
So speaking of sports talk, I've been thinking about this question all week, and I'm going to preface it.
Oh, this is the bit. Here
we go. This is one of the 2 questions I want to bring up to you guys.
Buckle up.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys are not fanboys. You guys are not the 13-year-old kid that, wants everything and doesn't look at, you're pointing to Mike. You guys aren't the 13-year-old kid that makes stupid comments and doesn't think about the repercussions of it. So my question to you is,
I'm like, keep going.
Yeah, just let's play
this. Is good. He's just talking about how Billy made the purchase of Billy, but yeah, we'll keep going.
If you guys were the general manager of the Vikings, what would you do with the quarterback situation next year?
If I was Queasy,
knowing that the salary cap is an issue.
Well, it's very simple.
Why is the salary cap an issue?
Because if you sign Sam Darnold and keep JJ McCarthy,
then it's an issue.
Yeah, that's my point. So go ahead.
Yeah.
What would you do?
That's why I don't see the issue, because
there is no issue.
I think we're almost united on this, is that you offer Sam Darnold very similar to what he just got this year for a short-term bit, with JJ still as the heir to the throne. And if he wants to go elsewhere, which he will, because they're going to offer him a way bigger contract because teams are in need, and he did very well this year so far. And that's what you do. JJ.
Okay, you answer.
Rookie contract.
They're going to Kirk Cousins him. They're going to lowball him, knowing that they're not going to pay significant dollars. We'll give you 3 years at $60 million.
Yep.
Okay.
$20 million a year. So that's 10 more than what we gave him.
Yep.
3 years, $60 million, and he's going to be like,
and he's going to say thank you, and he's going to get another offer that's double that.
He wants over $100 million, because no player ever has been like, well, the system really works for me, and I play well in it.
And then they're going to
I'll take less and stay.
And then he'll be cut
unless you're Tom
next
Brady.
Year.
So what would you guys do? And I'm not saying it's out there, I'm saying it's just an idea.
Yep.
What would you do if someone offered you, like the Giants, the 3rd overall pick for JJ McCarthy?
I would say no, it's not enough.
Or Cleveland, you mean? Because Cleveland, there is hypothetically spitballing that they would offer us Myles Garrett and the number 2 pick for JJ McCarthy.
Then I would do it.
Okay.
That would probably be the bar.
But the trouble is, so that looks really cool.
Sure.
But then our team sinks. We've talked about this on the show. We posted things to our twist line, where if you look at our defense right now,
and your cap problem will still
look at all the free agents that came in. That was Danielle Hunter and Kirk's salary. Now their salary, ours opens up next year because their dead money goes away.
Right.
So we do have a lot more money to play with.
Yeah.
But that was their philosophy when KOC and Kwesi came in. It's like, we're going to build around a rookie quarterback.
Yep.
And that's what they're doing. And Sam was a placeholder. We thought it was going to be a 5-win season.
And don't get me wrong, JJ McCarthy is still a question mark. However,
yes, he is.
In my mind, I'm not going to be able to draft a better quarterback than him at the 2.
No, they've already.
You wouldn't. I know. That's what I'm saying.
You would go cornerback.
Exactly. Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like even in fantasy football, if I'm making a trade, I don't want to open up a new hole to fill.
I think the most important person on your entire franchise is Brian Flores.
Yeah, he's gone.
If you can,
he's gone.
No, he's not.
I think he's gone.
If you can keep
Kevin
him,
O'Connell.
I don't.
If you can keep him,
there's
no worry about.
I'm saying Brian B-Flow's gone.
Yes,
he's gone.
He's gone.
He's gone.
Hopefully, the only way you can keep the same defense is if you have somebody within the system that knows his defense.
Right. Yeah.
And I just hope to God he doesn't go to Chicago.
Oh God, that'd be.
I could see it.
Yeah, I could see it.
They're interviewing fucking bums right now.
He'll go anywhere that.
And he's a great coach.
Yeah.
He's a great coach. Great guy. He's good buddies with
we're,
him.
We're BFFs.
Part of the youth football associations.
Yeah.
Rub elbows.
I think that he's more important to the franchise than
don't get me wrong. He's important to this team.
Let's see Monday night what Sam can do, but I think Sam showed us what his ceiling is. He can be a good system quarterback. He can lead a good team to a good, but can he elevate you?
Sure.
And win on his own? He's
he's
a younger, more mobile Kirk.
Yeah.
He's got a great arm, but no, I think JJ's ceiling is more. I think with some time.
I think the floor in my mind for JJ McCarthy is the average game of Sam Darnold this year.
Yeah.
And that's where I see it. Just because at every level, this kid's been a winner. In the biggest games, he shines, and that's what I haven't seen yet from Sam Darnold. But a lot of people say Sam Darnold doesn't have 2 bad games in a row this season. He hasn't. So That's going to be the big question mark. Can he bounce back in a late night primetime game against a great defensive line that is going to be coming? And that's what happened against the Lions. That defensive line was putting so much pressure on him that he was seeing ghosts because he couldn't make a read. He just had to trust the play and sling it. And that's not it. That's not how he's had success this year.
No.
The success has come by him being calm, cool, collective, and just trusting himself. So
the best thing the Vikes can do is franchise tag Sam, not offer him a deal and trade him.
See, here's the problem with that. The problem with that is right now the Vikings are seen as the number one franchise in the NFL when it comes to free agents that want to play there, or the Sam Darnolds of the world.
It's a dick move.
It would be a dick move. Yeah, because we lose all that credibility.
Because when he came here, the whole plan was, hey, we're going to set you up for success to get you to the next step.
And then to pull the plug on that would be a dick move.
I don't think we'd do that.
You talk about the franchises, the Cleveland Browns, the New York Jets, these teams that have the Jacksonville Jaguars, where their ownership is terrible. So then the coaching, and it's always turmoil. And
Tennessee Titans.
Yeah, and it's like, that's Carolina why the Wilfs, they just spent $2 million to send season ticket holders to Detroit for $200.
Yeah,
sure.
Our organization from the top down is pristine.
Yep,
it is. And now
we have the culture. That's what they keep talking about is the culture that they're building. They want to be about this new culture, and what that culture represents is that if you want to stay here and play for us, you may have to take less.
But you'll set them up for an opportunity to make more down the road.
Do you want to make a run for a ring?
Yeah.
Come help us. Or you can go anywhere. You can go to the Atlanta Falcons and get a huge bag. And guess what? They'll probably cut your ass.
Yeah, Kevin O'Connell, we're going to have him for 20 years.
Yeah. And just to see the pictures of him next to a young Bud. Have you seen those? Him next to Bud Grant. It's scary.
They look alike?
Identical.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, I could see that.
Pull it up later. It's very wild.
All I can see is
so wild.
80-year-old Bud.
I know, right? Shirt off at the fucking center field. Yeah,
when I was at that Seahawks game, it took me 3 days to unthaw. Yeah. When Blair Walsh missed that kick, he came out
in short sleeves.
Short sleeves.
I think he did at like 83 years old.
And it was like that was my first crack, I think, at sobriety. So the other bros I was with, they're all fireballed up. And
they're warm.
I'm like,
they're warm.
I was not. I would second guess being sober a lot that day.
I love it. Good for you. That's what it's all about.
Like I said, that was the last run at it. I'm like, what is this sobriety thing?
Let me tell you a funny thing about that game. I was dating a girl at the time who was a huge Vikings fan.
Yeah.
We were going to a bar. This was before my sobriety.
Yeah, you were.
We were locked in at the bar. We were going to have appetizers. She was decked out in Vikings gear. I was decked out in Packer gear because the Packers were playing right after them.
Sure.
We were going to spend 7 hours at this bar, just living it up, having a good time.
First thought wrong.
As soon as the Vikings missed the field goal, she looks at me and goes, "We're going home."
Yeah,
and I'm like, and I'm decked out. I got the jersey on, the kilt on, everything, and I'm like, "What the WTF?"
He had a girlfriend and he was wearing that kilt.
I've seen him with multiple girlfriends with multiple crazy outfits.
What I wouldn't give to just have a day back in our heyday is just at the bar, just fuck it.
You couldn't handle the heat.
Oh,
you couldn't handle the heat.
Well, no, I wouldn't have banged anything.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I could have drank you both under the table because I would have been so up.
So Maddie and I Maddie and I were talking a couple weeks ago.
Greggy's doing the math. He's like, no, that's not happening.
I don't know if you guys know this.
I'll give you that.
The three of us were sober.
Yeah.
Not California sober either.
That's right. Recovery.
Like the real deal.
Real sober. I had somebody ask me that at the bar the other day. She goes, "Oh, I thought you were just California sober."
Isn't that great? And Billy Strings, this musician, he came out with the song and now everybody says
it's like, no, I'm sober. But I was watching the Aaron Rodgers Enigma.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I was watching the episode on the ayahuasca.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
And so I talked to Matt about it.
Yeah.
I said, I want to go do it.
Sure.
And I don't think that would take away from my sobriety. Even though
it depends who you ask.
Oh, I think a lot of people would say it would.
Yep. But for me, Thank God I'm your sponsor, because it's all about, and this is what they talk about with any kind of psychedelic, especially ayahuasca, is it's about intention.
Right.
Are you going into it as a therapeutic cleanse to figure some stuff out in your own mental health, or are you going into it to get high and if I
wanted to get high, I would have gone to Vegas
1000%.
to the Sphere.
It's a different thing.
You know what I mean?
How is it any different from somebody popping anti-anxiety or antidepressants every single day of their life when you can do this thing once every 5-10 once your life?
Right. I thought it was kind of a joke, like everybody else when he talked about it, or you see him on Pat McAfee.
Sure.
Oh, and then you kind of watch Enigma, and it's like he's got that other player that literally got sober.
Yeah.
From going and doing it.
Of course.
And I'm like, man, that's kind of a deep spiritual, enlightening.
It crushes your ego
type trip.
It gets rid of your ego. Yeah, it's very interesting.
Watching Enigma was the only time in my life where I actually thought to myself, this might make more sense if I was stoned.
Oh, sure.
Because
he's out there.
He is an out there
but
guy,
he's so intense with his beliefs. That's why I can't stand the way he is as like a person, how he's just so self-involved. But when you watch this, he's intense, like with his thoughts. Yeah. He is the one human being alive right now that I would love to sit down and just have a conversation with.
Yeah.
Because I think he would be the most fascinating person in the world, because there's a reason behind everything he does. You might not agree with the reason,
right?
But there's a reason. He doesn't do anything happenstance.
Right.
Everything is intentional, and that fascinates me.
I liked it at the end of the season as presser, and the journalist is like, I'm hearing from sources close to you,
yes,
that this could be the last hurrah, and he's like, there are people that are close to me.
Yeah, he said,
like,
someone said they're close to me.
About? Like, that's just wild. But Enigma definitely is interesting, and that's the tough part, because here's a little quick history of AA, is that a lot of people don't understand that when Bill and Dr. Bob were first going through the steps, they were tripping on LSD, and a lot of people pull that out of the story. But then again, AA is a different kind of program where the majority of people in AA nowadays smoke weed, because alcohol is the issue. Alcohol is what I mean?
That's
if your issue is drugs, we may recommend at the end of this.
Well, it was super hard for me to pull my head out of my ass when we started working together, because Mike alcoholic, and you'd laugh at me.
Sure.
And it's like, well, what? And I used to tell myself that while I was snorting lines and blowing into my machine so I could drive. Like, I'm an alcoholic.
Yeah,
I got DUIs.
Yeah,
like I get this. What is this? This is fine.
It's hard, man. It's hard. I've done a lot of research on this.
But it's like, like you said, it's all about intention. It's like, I remember when I was sponsoring people early on, what if I need to take NyQuil? Well, what's your intention behind it?
Yeah.
And what it really boils down to, and that's the thing that most people don't understand about recovery. It's not about putting this image of you on a pedestal that other people believe.
Yes.
If you want to do it, I mean, it's like all three of us have lived alone.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
While you didn't. You were with you
just in the sober house.
But my point is that what do you do when you're by yourself?
Yep.
And it's like, I just spent 3 nights in a hotel room.
Yep.
In Janesville, Wisconsin.
Fucking
never
beer
once
coming out of the sky.
Yeah, I mean, literally, I could have walked to the other side of the
Milwaukee's best.
I could have walked to the other side of the parking lot, went to the Quick Trip that has a liquor store in it.
Yeah.
I never for a second thought about drinking, and I could have gotten away with it, and no one would have known.
Yeah.
It's all about the intent. I don't want to.
No,
it's that simple.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's that simple.
It's easy to not go back to something after you have something worth living for.
And that's what
you got to give it enough time.
And I would never, and that's why, we talked about it, because I would never go into it like that. Like, I liked all the other side of it. Like, for me, I like weed.
Of course.
I would never go back, because I saw it when I was sober and I just smoked weed.
Yeah.
You guys know how I'm wired. I am fucking all in.
Of course.
On everything.
Yeah, of course.
And so I'd wake up and I'd get high, and I'd roll up my cigarettes, and I'd come home from lunch and I'd get high.
It's a full-time gig.
I'd get off work.
Sure.
Before I went in and said hi to the kids, I'd get high, and then I'd go inside and say hi to the kids. And it's like, hi. Is weed bad? No. Is it bad for me? Yes.
Right.
Because I'm consumed. That's why I can't do California.
And that's
sober.
the thing about
Could I
Mikey.
just smoke weed for the rest of my life and not do anything else? Absolutely. But
sure.
I would be throwing all my money. I'd be high all the time.
It is, yeah. It's funny how like Chantel, when we were moving you in, she's just talking about how he's just OCD, and people have said this about me constantly, because I am going through these checklists in my head constantly, and that's what I have always been like raised to do.
Yeah.
And then she's like, "Oh, he's so OCD," and it's like, no, that's just addiction in every way, shape, or form in our lives. Like, just because we don't use, we need to find other things to become obsessed with.
Yeah. Well, and she goes, have you always been like this? And I said, no. I said, my life was a fucking mess.
But you were obsessed about other things.
Sure.
Not proactive things.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's wild.
Like 3 months ago, I did a talk at a treatment center that I was asked to do. The first thing I said was, if your goal while you're here is to stop using drugs or alcohol, you will fail. Because at some point you're going to think that you're there and you're going to be like, ooh, I'm not drinking anymore. I'm not snorting coke anymore. I'm not doing meth anymore.
Right.
And then you're going to look at your life and be like, but I have actually accomplished nothing else. Right. And then you're going to go back to it because you have nothing to grab onto. Your life has to be a continuous journey for new goals, achievable goals.
I'm not even going to say the name, and we all know it. You're still living in the sober house and you're 5 years sober.
Yeah.
And, you're sober and you go to work every day, but your life just literally doesn't progress on any level.
Yeah. At your funeral, what are people going to say? He stayed sober?
Yeah.
Congratulations. Make something of yourself. Use this as an opportunity.
And that's another tough thing is like, you never know what's an achievement to somebody else, and it's hard because that person, that might be their goal.
Yeah.
And they might be like, this is fucking heaven.
Yeah.
Maybe, how stressful my life, I can choose for it to be very stressful because there is a lot of stress in my life. However, those are the challenges of the leveling up, man. And it's just like, it's not easy and it is scary. And it is, Mikey's got a new place. Therefore, he has got new bills. And you don't know that first month what those bills are going to shake out to. That's so scary. I remember that. But it's just like, what if I can't? Okay.
Yeah.
What, in my mind, if I can't, I fail. But really, you don't. You just start over.
Yeah.
And it's like, that is the key to it all. And for people to think that because we talk about, sobriety or recovery, I'll be the first to admit I'm not perfect. And that's okay.
We'll second and third that.
Yeah, that's fine. And they know it. And I didn't ever want them to think that they had to be perfect in sobriety. That's what gets people. Like a New Year's resolution, all these people that stopped. Well, that's like they take recovery. Like, all right, I'm starting today. I'm never going to use again. Yeah. Well, what are you doing to not ever use again?
Yeah.
Right. The best thing I ever did for my recovery was move to Faribault.
Sure.
Yeah.
100%. Because it's, like you just said, you moved out.
Geographical change, man.
Well, not just that, but it took the fear and added the more faith.
Oh, yeah.
Because I've never, started in a 1-bedroom, moved into a 2. Now I'm in a 3.
Yeah.
Money's never increased exponentially. There's always more bills. There's a new baby. There's a new puppy. There's new this.
Yeah.
And it's like, it can unravel and you and me will have a conversation and I'll stress a little bit. But at the end of the day, like I leaped when I moved to Faribault and I've never fallen.
Yeah.
Not once.
I know.
I literally prayed before I moved and God has never let me fall. And I've tripped and like fumbled and like, but yeah.
He took Pastor Jeff from us though. I'm still resentful. I got to deal with that. I got to do a 4th step on that. Cause it crushed me.
He was a gift from God when we showed up and the guy's up there swaggied out.
He's even wearing a Packer jersey.
Yeah. He's a
Packer fan.
Packer Jordans. Just swag.
That's the one
out
thing.
Of his pores,
yeah.
And it's like we're home.
I know.
We're home. We found 15
That's
minutes.
The one thing I do miss.
And then we show up and we get Jed, and it's like I can't.
But now he might be fired.
Nah,
he's had a couple years to kind of get his sea legs under him.
Nah, I was seeing this girl, BC before Chantel, obviously.
Okay.
And she was going there, and she said he ain't it, and we knew that.
Yeah, we knew.
God's
plan though. Good luck, Jed.
So and I really enjoyed the one in Burnsville. I like it. It's funny that I was talking to my mom about this on the way home. It's like, politics back in the day, you used to have the left and the right, and we're real close to the middle. and now we're so far gone, which the divide is real because to me, liberals are wrong. It is a right and wrong now because their beliefs go against my beliefs and what we're not in the middle anymore. So when you go to a church like that, and it seems like the church leans a certain way, it doesn't because it's Bible based. But if you're conservative and you believe in the Bible, that's what it is.
Sure.
And then you got the left that's so far out there and nope, this, that, you can do anything you want. And it's like, well, no. That's completely wrong. And that's, in my opinion, why the divide is so, because it's like, well, there is a right and a wrong, and you're definitely on the wrong side of it.
I think the most surprising thing about you, because when you would initially go to that church and talk about it and stuff, I think the biggest reason why I think it bothers you to not go there, to live an hour away, is I think you really like dressing up the kids.
Well, yeah,
to go to church. The pictures.
That's not the biggest thing.
The thing on Sunday mornings, seeing Parker and Layla all dressed up in their Sunday best was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm the only parent that does that.
Yeah,
you all go and show up, and it's like, yeah, they call it Sunday's best, for a reason. Yeah. But it's also a lot more laid back. The churches of the acolytes and the
sure,
they're dying.
Yeah,
to drive ahead, and
that's fine.
It's way too far, and that's why it sucks that ours was 15 minutes each.
Yeah, I guarantee there's one over there we haven't dug. God provide. That's the thing. I do miss that. I can feel it. I can feel it because self-faith is very hard for people.
Yep. And and we've talked about that too. I need to get back into it. And I think it's kind of a blessing that the depot shut down Mondays, Tuesdays, because I looked directly across from my old place is the old Alano Club closed.
So they moved in.
But they have meetings there. So Tuesday night, 6:30. It's a big book.
Yeah.
Which I don't really like.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna give it a shot on Tuesday.
That's walking distance.
It is, but I'm gonna drive. It's my old place, Greggy. It's at the opposite side of the street.
Oh, not the place.
Old
place.
The first.
Okay.
Yeah, but literally directly across the street.
Oh, okay.
From the old place.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That was in the heart of Faribault.
Fucking recovery, dude. If anybody needs to get some help, hit us up. We got some people. Other than that, shifting gears is Twist.
Yep.
Week in Sports Talk. So let's NFL playoff picture. Let's get it going. I'll pull it up right now. So today's we got 2 games. First game is going to be the Steelers and the Chargers, right?
No, Chargers and Texans.
I'm pulling it up right now.
Chargers, Texans.
Okay, Chargers, Texans. Who you got and why? Go ahead.
I got the Chargers because there's no way they're going to lose. I mean, you got Harbaugh, you got Herbert, and the Texans are so banged up right now. They're limping into the playoffs worse than anyone, worse than the Steelers.
Yeah, not only just being banged up, but having a giant question mark at the quarterback position of CJ Stroud. Not a question mark like you're going to go make a move and not have him be your QB1 next year, but a question mark as where is he at? What is this what you're going to see? Are we seeing a Deshaun Watson type of guy?
I think what you're seeing is that last year he was so in tune with the players. Everything happened right. Now this year, what you're seeing in his sophomore year is you had Nico Collins out for a while. Tank Dell's been out for a while. Yeah. He'll be out all year. You lost Mixon. You lose all these guys that it's hard for him to be like, okay, I was doing it this way. Now I got to do it this way, but with different people.
Yeah, but also another flip side of that is there was a year's worth of tape on him.
Oh, yeah.
For the second year. And that's why a lot of rookie quarterbacks in their first year, everybody says, oh, they're the truth.
Well, the sophomore slump is
people are walking into freaking Absolute and they're buying $10,000 worth of CJ Stroud autographs. And then all of a sudden, year 2, everybody's panicking.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
there's nothing to panic on. The answer is the Chargers.
Yeah.
The second part of that is not because of the Chargers. It's what Matt said. It's because CJ Stroud hasn't shown anything all year and they're not going to win.
Yeah, they're just not hot at the right time.
Year 3 is going to be what he's going to be because he had his ups. Sure. Second year, he had his downs. And now what's he going to do with it?
Yeah.
So year 3 is going to be the test for CJ Stroud. Chargers.
Okay. Second game is Pittsburgh, Baltimore. 6 against the 3 seed.
I don't know if they'll cover the 9.5 because they play each other tough. And like
And they're 1-1 on the year.
Yeah, and like the Steelers are like they've won like 6 of the last 8 against the Ravens. So
they've lost their last 4.
They'll lose.
Yes. Zay Flowers is a big question mark, and that's going to determine.
I think he's out.
No, he is out.
Okay,
it was reported yesterday.
That makes me think that they won't clear the 8.5. Right? Is that what you said?
9.5.
Yeah, that ain't happening.
That ain't happening.
7 will probably be closer to the number, but I could also see this game being a fucking bombing, and Lamar just rocks their world.
Keep in mind,
Derrick Henry's different. Even though the Steelers can shut down the run, Derrick Henry isn't the run. He is a different animal.
Yeah. And I mean, you're going to be playing in Baltimore
and Russell
at
Wilson?
night, on a Saturday night in the middle of January.
Yeah, they said it's supposed to be 30 degrees tonight,
but
not as much wind.
When the sun goes down, it's a lot.
But that could hurt Lamar because Lamar doesn't. Yeah,
that's why I think the game's going to be closer.
I think the Steelers would have a better chance if they put Justin Fields in at quarterback.
I agree.
After the last game of the season when the Steelers lost, Russ was seen on the sideline going up to Cam Hayward and said, "Just got to win 4. Just got to win 4, guys. Keep the faith." And Cam Hayward rolled his eyes at him and said, yeah, we get it. Yeah. Like, he's done as a leader.
Yeah.
Russ used to be a leader.
He's cooked.
Yeah.
Mr. Limited.
Here's the thing about this game tonight. This might be a stretch. This game is going to define Lamar Jackson's career.
Then let me ask you guys the follow-up question that I was going to ask you.
Sure.
Do you think Lamar Jackson deserves the MVP this year?
Yes.
No.
Good for you, Mike.
I do. He had better numbers than he did last year, but
it's not a quarterback award.
I'm not saying it is.
Player award.
Without Lamar Jackson, they don't make the playoffs.
He's the first team quarterback.
I get it.
Josh Allen is the second team. It's not a quarterback award.
See, here's the thing.
I understand, but I'm saying out of the players this year, it's either Lamar or Josh Allen.
But you say Lamar had a better season now than he did when he had an MVP.
Yes.
But he's not competing against himself.
No, I know. Year. I'm saying that Lamar.
I agree with that.
Yep. He threw 4 picks this year.
I agree.
Without him, they don't make the playoffs.
Yeah, that doesn't matter.
That's what I'm saying.
You can say the same thing.
I wouldn't say that about the Bills.
About Josh Allen.
I wouldn't say that about the Bills.
They don't have a running game. They don't have.
They have a strong defensive game. Yeah. And what do you mean they don't have a running game? They have James Cook.
Yeah, James.
He was electric. He's like RB3.
Okay.
So I'm just saying.
10, but
I'm just saying that they have more. But yes, that's fine. I want Josh to win. I want Josh to win, but I think that they might give it to Lamar.
The reason why I don't think they will is because, once again, you got to dig deeper.
Yes, voter fatigue, I agree.
Well, it's not so much voter fatigue. It's not proving anything. That I looked it up. There's 3 people that are always compared to Lamar Jackson when it comes to multiple MVPs.
Yep.
Those 3 people are Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, and Aaron Rodgers.
Sure. I get that.
2 of those 3, Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre, did not win their second MVP until they won a Super Bowl. Peyton Manning he got like 2 in a row, and he had to wait like 5 years before he got a third after he won his third. So right now Lamar Jackson is going for his third. Yeah. He still hasn't proven anything in the playoffs. I know it's not a playoff award. I know it's not a previous season award, but at some point the voters are going to be like, we're going to stop giving you this award until you can prove to us that you're worth all of the hype.
Well, and here
I get that.
Peyton Manning, if you look at his statistics in the playoffs, are atrocious.
How about the Super Bowl? The Super Bowl that he won with Denver. He threw the ball, I think, 10 times.
That doesn't count because everybody knew, even him, that he was 50% of himself.
Yeah, he wasn't Peyton Manning. But if you look at his,
he was on the field because he was a leader.
He wasn't a playoff quarterback.
Correct.
He wasn't, and Lamar Jackson's proving that he isn't either. The good thing that Peyton Manning had going for him, he's one of the best regular season quarterbacks of all time. So he got a lot of stabs at it in the playoffs.
Yes.
And he finally knocked it in a couple of times.
But on the flip side, is Josh Allen?
Yeah, Josh Allen he's won those games that you need him to win.
Do you not remember that head-to-head heavy
round?
But he would have beat the Chiefs had they, the rules are different. That game was probably the best NFL game I've ever seen in my life.
Yes.
And Pat Mahomes punched him in the throat. And what did Josh Allen do? Did his dick curl up? Oh, he punched him back in the throat.
That game
He's got it.
That he played so well.
Did he win? No. Did he perform? Yes. Lamar Jackson curls up.
He played so well in that game. They changed the playoff overtime rule.
I get it.
Because of him.
I understand. I get it.
Single-handed.
I know.
So that's why I said this game is going to be a career-defining moment for Lamar.
Well, then let's move on. Hold on. Let's talk about the next game.
Yep.
Denver at Buffalo.
I think the Bills will win by 17.
I think this is the matchup that is the most likely to be popped.
I don't think so at all.
I think so at all. I think don't think so. Denver right now, you're going to hear a lot more of it before they play. Denver right now is most people's expectation to be the upset of the wild card round.
Okay.
I bet you they lose by 17 points.
I'll take it. 20.
Okay. $20.
$20. There it is.
That's fine. That's just a gentleman.
Wait a second. Hold on,
Greggy. I'm going to take that all day long.
Give me 14.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Denver's clicking all at once. Okay, that's fine. This is the and I know a lot of guys don't put a lot of thought into these statistics, okay? The coach that everyone hates from Denver.
Sean Payton. Yep.
Sean Payton in his whole playoff career has 2 total losses against bald coaches. He's 14-2 against bald coaches, Greggy.
And you wonder why nobody takes Greggy in those stats.
Hey, you can take it as you want, but as 14-2, I know it's just something. Okay. Listen. Okay, not only that, we're just going to see. I'm just saying I'm worried about it. I'm worried about this game. I know you guys aren't. That's fine. Most people aren't. Most people are taking Buffalo all day long. I have Buffalo winning in my bracket, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Otter God. All right. Next
that
one.
Might be the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my
Hey, man. You would think that, but out of 16 games, you have to take that data. You're talking about Todd Bowles. You're talking about Mike Tomlin. You're talking about fucking help me out. Oh, I can see it right now. He's black coach as well. He coached at Detroit. He coached at Detroit. Heavier set. Heavier set.
Yeah, it's not saying because of the C.
Can't think of it, but I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It's not 5 games that we're talking about. We're talking about 16.
Okay. Move on. That's why.
Next one. Green Bay against Philly. At Philly. You guys don't have Christian Watson, and that's the only reason why I don't have to think about it.
Here's the thing. I am rooting. Yes.
Oh, of course.
Yes, I'm rooting for the Packers.
Yeah, of course.
Packers are our only way to have a home playoff.
Hey, I get it. I want you guys to win.
And
I just don't know.
I'm an adult. I don't like the Packers. I love Green Bay Greg.
Yep.
But I dislike Philly way more.
Yep. They fucked around and came here and fucking just treated everybody like shit.
I have disdain for that.
I like the matchup because I think your defense can give them a little run for the money and keep it close. And if you guys can keep it close, I think you might be able to squeeze it out at the end. However, they made their own bye last week by sitting the fucking studs. Jalen Hurts is cleared.
Yes. Yeah, but he hasn't played in 3 weeks. There's a difference between taking a week off.
Jalen's proven. I'm not worried about that. Is Mackenzie Alexander going to show up to the stadium?
You mean Jair
Alexander. Mackenzie Jair. Same shit.
From what I understand, is once again a game time thing. Okay. I would think that the fact that they ruled him out so early last week was for this.
They were holding on for this week. I bet he plays.
Here's the thing. I think the Packers will win if Jalen Reed has at least 7 catches for at least over 100 yards.
Speaking of Jalen Reed, Mikey, did you get rid of him at the right time in Dynasty football? He traded him away for a bag. And since that trade, has he had a catch? No. Has he had 1 catch?
Yeah, he's been.
I don't think so.
They've been going.
You know what I got him for?
What?
Chris Olave. And a first.
Yeah, from Shady Peach.
I gave him a second.
Before the playoffs, and guess who beat Shady Peach in the playoffs? Him, because of Jaden Reed putting up a goose egg.
Well, not because.
Wow.
Well, bad karma is why you beat him.
And then I went on to win it all.
See what I'm saying, Greg?
But yeah, Jaden Reed for Olave and a first.
Do I wish you guys had a stretcher for the field because I don't see your offense working much?
No, but see, I think that's where Green Bay would lose. Is if they had a 75-yard touchdown run by Christian Watson, because what you want to do is you want to keep Saquon Barkley off the field.
I know, but this defense is so good.
Do you trust the Packers to be able to execute a plan that involves Jaden Reed getting over 7 catches? Because I haven't seen it.
No, what I'm saying is that I think that right now they have to do something because you don't have that stretcher.
Different.
Yeah,
they do.
Yes.
And right now, Romeo Dobbs has not come back. And I'll completely agree. The reason I brought up Jalen Reed is because he hasn't done anything.
Yeah, but
he can come out and do something.
He's a hell of a player.
Yeah.
Josh Jacobs, I don't think is going to bail you out of this game because they're going to fucking
shut him down.
Stack the box and they're going to make Jordan Love beat them.
Absolutely. That's what worries me. And I
hope you win.
I don't think any of Jalen Reed's catches are going to be over 15 yards.
Get a big
They're going to be slant routes.
In Lincoln?
Yeah.
In Link? At the link?
Oh, please.
Oh, man.
Please do it.
They'll be fucking burning the city to the ground.
Here's the thing. I'm going to have to shower and take a bath after watching that game because I don't like rooting for you.
Next game.
Here we go.
Washington at Tampa Bay. Tampa
Bay's got it.
I'm going with Washington.
I'm rooting for Jay.
I'm going with Washington. And in my other bracket, I took Tampa Bay to go pretty far. I'm going with Washington because I just feel it. Jaden
Baker's been too hot.
Yes, he has. He won me a ring, dude. I owe everything to him.
I think this is
your first.
Congratulations. First ring. Thank you. Appreciate
I think this is the only team that Tampa can beat.
See, but then again, they're a week by week team. They can come out hard, quick and fast, go up fucking 3 scores, and that's what I mean.
Let's not forget that Washington is the 6th seed by tiebreaker, and 3 games this year they've won on the flukiest of ways.
Sure.
Hail Marys, blocked extra point, blocked field goals, all that. So it's kind of like fool's gold.
Yes.
I think they're a year away from really putting up a fight in the NFC East against Philly.
We'll see. It's like the Texans last year. It's like, damn, they weren't supposed to be in the playoffs already.
Correct.
I am excited to see what Jaden Daniels is made of in the playoffs.
Yep. And the best
we're going to see what he's got.
Yes. And the best part that I'm seeing in this matchup, expect a huge day out of Scary Terry. I know a lot of people didn't get that in fantasy playoffs out of him, but Tampa Bay cannot stop the fucking pass. They get carved up left and right, and just look for that. Scary Terry, have a big day.
Well, I got the Bucks.
That's fine. That's all right. Next game.
What's going on Monday night? Is there a game on Monday night?
Yep, 5 against the 4. We're going down to Arizona.
Yep.
So we're going to exclude a little home field advantage because I've already seen a bunch of purple that are
here's the thing.
Because it's in Arizona.
I talked to
the only home field advantage that the Rams get at home
SoFi,
is because they get to run out of their locker room.
Sure.
Let's be real. LA,
it's like Vegas.
But it's probably going to lean more Vikes in Arizona.
It will. A lot of people said they're just going because it's in Arizona.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's going to come down to the trenches, baby. It's just going to come down to the trenches. If you can pass protect for Sam Darnold, you're going to win the game.
I think the Vikings are going to win by like 12 or 13.
I hope so, Greggy B.
I think that. Well, first of all, I learned a funny little stat that the Rams defense, their strength we talked about earlier.
Stats? Now we're pulling out funny stats. Okay.
Their salary for their entire starting 11 is $20 million less than the next lowest. That's how much they don't pay their defense because of rookies and, free, and they're getting so much out of them. Yep. I don't think that a team coached by KOC, were they going to do dump off passes? They're going to have Cam Akers running a lot of stuff to give Aaron Jones a break.
Sure.
I think that this is going to be like a 17-point game going into the fourth quarter, and then you're going to have the Rams score a touchdown, and then the Vikings will get a field goal to win it by, towards the end to make it a 2-score game. I think it's going to be like 13-ish points.
It's going to be really tough. Matthew Stafford, Sean McVay.
Yeah, Matthew Stafford hasn't been good for weeks.
I need to see what our coaching staff is made of. When you get punched in the mouth the way we did at Detroit, and I had flashbacks of the playoff game against the San Francisco 49ers when Mike Zimmer just kept calling the same play and the same play. And it's like, we're getting so much pressure. What do you do when you get pressure, Greg?
Run the ball.
Or open it up.
You go into shotgun.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
You fast pace.
Sure.
You can't sit behind and hike from the center.
But then
they get to you in 2 seconds.
But then again,
get back a little bit. Get some breathing room.
And how I try to think about that loss is this. I don't think we are a number 1 seed. And I don't think there was a better time to get your fucking lunch packed than that game.
Well,
because
that now team, you're losing.
We need to be the underdog. We don't do well being the favorite because we need to play with that chip on our shoulder. We came into that game in Detroit thinking we were going to walk in and say, "Here you go, kiddies."
Oh, I never thought that.
I don't know.
I had the vibe. I wanted to see a good game.
I had the vibe that people were very confident that we were going to go in there and we were going to see the old kiddies.
Well, the idiots. Like Greggy said, and he messaged it before, like, I don't care who you are. If you're not excited for this game, it had never been seen before in the history of the NFL. Two teams matching up. Like, the spotlights were on, and it's like, if temper your expectations. If you're not a realist about this season and you're just not along for the ride, then go home.
And
because it's been a great ride. Yes. I thought it was going to be a 5-win top 10 pick year.
8 wins.
And God, 14 wins and we're in the playoffs. Like,
get it?
No, if we can creep in and win a Super Bowl, man.
I just want to make it fun.
Do I think? Yeah.
Just make it fun and don't break my heart with the kick. Don't make it come down to a field goal.
I thought that Notre Dame kid was going to break my heart.
I thought Will Reichert was going to be the fucking man. And guess what? That egg is yolky.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Bring back Romo.
John Parker Romo.
Yeah. Did you hear about that? The Vikings sent him his game ball for that like game-winning kick that he made.
Yeah.
And got stolen off his doorstep. So God bless America.
Oh my God.
He's put out a Twitter post. Hopefully somebody can track it down for him.
Yeah, bring back Parker Romo.
The playoffs are exciting. That's NFL. Last but not least, college football. Notre Dame, Ohio State.
It's
man.
I mean, obviously everyone's, heavy favorite Ohio State.
8.5, I believe.
But
I think that's too much.
Did you guys watch the game on Thursday?
I watched the replay of the game.
You had a guy from Penn State, the quarterback, who everyone kept saying, if he has a decent game, he could make himself eligible for the draft and go ahead of Shedeur and Cam. He's that big, that good, that polished.
Oh, yeah.
His final line in the game was 0 receptions to wide receivers for 0 yards.
Yep.
That defense is unbelievable.
And they're the best coached team in college football. And that's why they are dangerous. Coach Freeman, none of Ohio State players, in my opinion, trust Coach Day at this point.
When I look at him, doesn't he just kind of give off a
Freeman or Day?
No, Day.
Oh, he's
just a cringy kind of vibe. Like
They look
Freeman, Papa.
Oh. Day looks like the guy who's a parent of one of the kids in one of my associations, football or basketball, that shows up, promises the world, tells you he's writing the check, and then you don't hear from him for a month.
Yeah.
And you've already budgeted that money.
And then he gets caught with child porn. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
And
I mean, let's keep
Freeman run through a wall.
Keep in mind, last night's game with Ohio State, that's a tie game if you take away 2 fluke plays. If Ewers holds on to the ball on that sack, I mean, granted, it was touchdown to seal it.
Great storyline on there, too.
But
former roommates.
Yeah, they're former roommates. But my point is that
fucking Sawyer fucking pay.
I don't think you can't base a spread on how well a team did against another team when there were 2 fluke plays that made it a 14-point game.
100%.
Yeah. The screen to end it. Beautiful play, but fluke.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have happened.
I would love, for obvious reasons, to see Notre Dame win. It would be a great story. It'd be fun to see. And I still have cheddar on Ohio State.
Well, we're Big Ten guys to begin with.
Yeah.
Does Caveman get into college?
What's that?
Does Caveman get into college?
Football?
Yes.
Well, the thing with him is I have to explain to him like the importance of the game.
I bet he's going to start.
Oh, absolutely.
Getting into his first dynasty.
I remember when I started getting into college football.
The way he is about, sports and betting and this and that. Dynasty, he's next year.
Yeah.
Probably be the most college football.
College football, when did I get into it? USC, Texas, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I mean, seeing that.
Yes.
I mean,
Reggie Bush, Vince Young. Man.
That was must-see fucking TV.
That was the best.
With the prayers written on the eye tape. Like, you know.
Yeah,
Showtime.
He'll really get into it because he started to, do the Google machine during last night's game.
Yeah.
When we got home from practice, fourth quarter was starting, and it was still a good game.
Yeah.
And you could see him looking up players and all that stuff, especially because all these announcers, all they ever talk about is who's going to become eligible, and all that stuff. So he's already looking at that stuff.
There you go.
I'm pumped.
Fun times.
It's going to be a good weekend.
It is. I'm excited.
If you didn't like and subscribe yet, like and subscribe. Give us a share.
Twist Sports Talk, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, D McCash. Send us out.
Bye.
Twist Nation. When I come back, Twist Nation. We talking sports with a twist, no script. Legends coming through on the guest list. TC, Minnesota, land of the lakes, Boone, Green Bay. That's all I gotta say.